Hello. Hi, Hola. I'm seeing you after a long time, Lisa. Listanguzel. Are you able to see my? Is it clear? Can you see my table? Because I'm getting a little. The image is not clear, so I just want to check in is the display coming on proper while we wait for the people to join in. I think it's clear now. I think it's clear now. So let's wait for a minute for people to join in. So while we wait for people to join, a minute I think we'll give them to join. I think that should be good enough. Just wait for a minute for people to join in. If anyone had commented, I'm sorry I couldn't. Hola, Sharon. Just wait for a minute for people to join in. So I think people have joined in. Let's start. So hope you had all had a nice weekend. Hope you had all had a nice weekend. Just give me a minute. I just changed my phone. Okay, let's start. So you're back again for another nice session. So I hope you like today's style also. This is again a pattern which I'm going to use is from my country. One of the person who has been one of the who had learned this art form at a very early, at the initial stages of the Zentangle. So he's one of the, in fact he and his wife are the who had learned this art form together. So they not together in the same time but a little time, but they're an husband and a couple who are certified from India. So I'm going to use his pattern today, so hope you like it. So before we start our session, so just want to tell you that I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, certified to teach the Zentangle art form, because Zentangle is a certified course which has been taught by the creator of this art form, Maya Avanith, and we are authorized to teach. So we are here to teach, spread the happiness. And over the last 1.5 years, this situation which makes us to come towards the community and give back to something to the community for just 1 hour. We're trying to relax ourselves. So that's the main purpose, giving back. And this session is completely owned by me, no further use by you all for any purpose other than for self creation or just sharing it for happiness to your friends. No commercial use of my class. That's where it is. So today's the Bijoy card, which we call it up today, what I've got picked up, it was something to do comfort, which is what it is. So we become comfortable with the art form and we become friends the last 1 year. That's going to be more than 1 year plus now that, and I'm grateful. So that's what it is. So let's start with the tools, or let's take our normal conscious gratitude to the most important thing in our life, the breath. We breathe every second or less than the second itself we breathe, so which is most important for us. We forget it sometimes that we breathing is very important in our life. We forget about it. In fact, we forget so many things and we don't gratitude because we've taken it for granted. So this particular moment, let be present and let be consciously be gratitude. So let's take a deep breath, relax ourselves and get ourselves ready for the session. So count of 3, let's take a deep breath and inhale in and inhale out. I don't know. And the next 3 breaths, we will inhale with good thoughts and memories, bringing a smile on our face and just letting go the breath and let go whatever feelings or emotions or whatever is bothering you, and just let it go. So let's not get that disturb you. And then we say gratitude from our mind and heart, and then we start our sessions. Okay, so here we go. Let's start our normal. Relax yourself, stretch your hands. I would need, because I just finished one class and I love these classes which are for the kids. Kids enjoy Zentangle art more, and they give nice nicknames for the patterns. So I love, so I just done with an in class for the kids. So I would need to stretch myself, give a relax to my shoulders, neck, and let's take our normal breathing. Let's take a normal breathing and count of 3, let's start our inhaling and exhaling out. Take a nice deep breath and exhale it out. Take another nice deep breath and exhale it out. Take another nice deep breath and exhale it out. The next 3 deep breaths, we're going to take in memories, thoughts, and let go whatever is bothering us, bringing a smile on our face. Let's take a nice deep breath and let it go. Take another beautiful breath with beautiful memories on you, and bring a smile on your face and let it go. Let's take the last one. Let's take a nice beautiful memories, thoughts, who thought of them brings you a smile on your face. Let's do that. Let's take a nice breath and let it go. Let's say thank you. Let's say thank you at this hour, whom you want to. Thank you, and slowly open your eyes. Let's be grateful and of this art form which has been helping us manage our stress, anxiety and everything. So I said thank you to the network, thank you to you all, and the stationaries which is helping us to create this beautiful art form. So this is a small note which says that I'm a certified Zentangle teacher and I'm certified to teach this beautiful art form. So this use of this session is only for you, to your personal use, no further use of it, right? So before we start, let's look at the tools what we're going to use. We're going to use a Zentangle tile, which is a 3.5 inch branded tile. So if you do not have this tile, you can use any cardstock or a journal book or a sketchbook or a good paper, your printing paper which you print your materials paper. That paper is also good. Copy paper is also good for now. But if you want to give a respect to your art form, using the right material is what is important. So we will use this 3.5 inch tile, and we will use this pen which is a Sakura. I'm going to use either one of them, and I'm going to use my graphite pencil and my stub. So if you do not have Sakura pen, it's good that you can use any gel pen, like Uniball gel pen is also good. The reason that we recommend Sakura is that the artwork you do in creating this beautiful art form, it is really worth it, because its archival is really good. So they really last long for you, the archival. And that's where it is. That's why we strongly recommend Sakura. And we've seen art form created in 2000 is still there. And this is a graphite pencil from Zentangle, and a stub or a tortillon. So the tortillon are these tortillon or stubs or a earbud, or you could use a tiny finger. These two are primarily used to give a 3-dimensional effect to your art forms. So that's what these are. We say these 4 tools is enough for us to create beautiful art form. So that's what it is. So here we go. Today I'm going to do an art tile pattern which has been created by one of the certified Zentangle teacher, who is very early at being certified. As early as we have a seminar for each of our certification. So if I'm at 34, he is early 10, I think 8 or 9, he was certified seminar. So his name is Mr. Dilip Patel. His wife is also a certified. So we're going to use the pattern by Mr. Dilip Patel. Okay, why am I saying? Okay, that's with respect I said. So Dilip Patel CZT is Certified Zentangle Teacher. We're going to use this pattern which is called as BISFU. BISFU. It's a very nice pattern. It looks complex, but actually it is very, very nice. I'll show you the pattern swatch card. So this is very simple. It goes like this. It's like a curve, kind of a curved one, and it goes big. So it goes from small to big. You can do it uniform, but if you can do small to big, is good. I'm going to do it too, because it showed 2 different ways of doing it, which actually kind of, and you could do a lot of embellishment, which I'm not doing it right now. I'm just going to go very simple and with this pattern. Right? So here what he does is that he makes these patterns a curve out here. It's like kind of an arc kind of a stuff, and alternate, bringing it from here and bringing it from here. So this is uniform, but what I'm trying to show you is a little ununiform, small to big. So here what he does in this is that he does a pattern where he does, this is like this, he does it with the arc kind of a stuff. It's like curved where he can, so this is completely different. And then what he does is that in this he does a small a beetle or an insect kind of a stuff, and we just do another aura of it, and then lines, just lines. Right, and then you can also do this in a little different. It's just giving a little aura, see, because it's runs around, so give a little aura out here and then do your lines. That also looks good. That's it. That's all is this pattern. You can do a lot of embellishment. I am not going to do with those, and I'm just going to continue with the simple one. And I'm going to use this, not an uniform size. I'm going to do the big to small. That's it. It's in the shading is where. In this what he does is that it goes like this. The same thing he does it this way. He does it on the corner. Here, instead of doing it in the center, he does it in the corner. But for me, I like this. This kind of gave that kind of, your orange peel or your lemon cut slices of it, and they kind of hiked up kind of a stuff. So this gave a little fanny, but this was more nice. So this is where my swatches. So we will just do this, and right. So I'll just show how it starts. We're just going to start it here. Go on to from your left, from bottom to left. Go up, then go up again, then again go up, and then go. If you're finding it difficult to do this, simple trick is that do it at an angle. Put your dots, join the dots. Then you want to put a dot again, join it out. Then you want to again put a dot, join it. So you can do that way also, but remember to do it little more bent, and it looks nice. Don't do it little straight, like don't do it the way I'm trying to say. If your line is this, try giving it a bend. Don't do it so close to it, so then the pattern comes out really well. We will create it, don't worry, Julia Prime. We will be creating something similar today, but little different, but something similar, right? So let's go. I'm not going to show the tile what I've created in before this. So if the swatch is pattern and the swatch is clear, so can we start? So we're going to start. Okay, friends meeting in Insta saying hello, hola to each other. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is we're going to do the same pattern out here. We're going to do two. So just to make it a little more, I'm just going to draw a line as our reference. So that's very easy, so that we know that we're going to do two of them, two long strands of them. We're going to do from down to up, right? So it's easy reference. So going to go a little curve, just going to keep it little space. I'm using my pencil to draw the string, and I'm going to go a little big, and I'm going to go little big, and I'm going to go little. right? Now and I find this to be too the string is to be too bigger, so let's go back. Sorry, I'm going to use for the eraser for the first time, and I kind of got myself weighed. So we're just going to do 1, let's do 2, let's go to, see there's a difference between that to this, so we're going to do a little more, and still this is big, so I'm just went. So we will go back and do the same thing out here, and then we'll do. So now we're going to just going to be comfortable, just going to use our pencil, draw our string out here of the outline of the pattern. And if you see it, I have erased it. I'm not going to erase more rough. I've roughed it just on the part of it. So I'm just going to do a replica of this. Okay, I just needed the start of this. And you can do something more nice, is that by drawing these lines, it becomes as your reference points, so that they come into the same place. So I go by the line out here. Right. So now we're going to do back here. Oh, sorry, that anyway get rid. So I've done 2 of the strings out here. Right, so we're going to go, I'm just going to use only on my inner line. I'm going to use a thinner pen. I'm just going to use a, so to make it easy, I'm going to do the string and then go like that, so that it's, you get to see it once more. It's a zigzag with a curve. Simple to be seen. It's a zigzag with a curve. Right? And then we go about from this tip to this, we bring it. And from this edge, we bring it on here. And then from here, you go to this edge. From this to this edge. And this. Right? And here again, we're going to go back to do the string. Right? So we're going to go back. My swatches are all inside these kind of boxes, so I keep it readily. I put it on those boxes specific to some classes or something like that. Right? So that's the simple of the pattern. So we have done with our string, and we have done the thing, the outer structure to the pattern. Now I'll get back to my thinner one, and I'm going to do a aura to this. It's going to do an aura. You can bring it a curve out here, or you're going to keep it pointed, that's fine. And if you see, most of the times when I do for my classes, be it here or my personal classes with my students, I always try creating a tile before and during the session. If I get to time, I do it, so we don't get bored doing it. That's one of my latest posts, which is on my Insta, so you can read it out and leave your comment on it. So we're going to do this inner small inverted curve. Actually, he leaves it empty, but I have closed it out here, because we assume that this is going to be here, so we're going back. Because it is down right that way. In fact, I can do another big and ink it up here, but that's too small. So that's how we, if you end up something, you can just, you don't need to do an eraser, you can just see. Did you know that I drew another line there? No. Right, we are done with it. So going to draw strokes. This is amazing pattern which I like. The reason is that these line strokes, they look, when you do it, it kind of really relaxes you. And it helps you focus in your strokes. Right? If you want to do something out here, you want to bring in, you can actually do alternate of inking or small orbs, anything you want to do, you can do that. Maybe since it happened out here, I will have to remember that every of my center I'm going to do. See, this is not a planned one, it just happened. Now I'll have to remember that my center line has to be little broad. Right, so let's go ink it up. I think I'll use my broader pen to ink it up, otherwise I'll be taking more time to do it. So I'll come back to the inking part. Right, so let's go here. So you see, keep seeing that I keep rotating my tile. I don't keep it in one angle and I do it, and I keep doing it, moving it, because that makes no strain to your hand, and that's why we use a tile kind of a paper to create it. We're doing a pattern called as DISFU, DISFU. That's by a CZT who is from India, my country. Right, so we're going to do it another one. It's so calming and relaxing to do this. Do you like this pattern that I've chosen for the session? You can use this in different ways. You can just use it as in an L shape, or you can just do it a curved one. You can do it as in a round or a frame. You can play around with lots. Before we go to the next one, so let me just ink it up. Let me take a broader pen. There's a very interesting story to this which happened today. This is a hack. This pen was dead as of last evening when I was trying to create this artwork. This is, and again, sometimes we just sit and our creativity starts, and we created it, and I started creating it. While I had actually wanted to do a different color, but then the pink overruled me and I came it on here. So that's why when I was doing it, I kind of did some work on with something where my nib got completely spoiled and it was not working, and I had to, and if you see, I have done my inking. If you see, I'm going to do 3 inking, so that doesn't mean that my pen has got over. The only thing, the trick is that you have something out here which will let you open your nib. So never throw your pen if your ink is over, keep them. So replace that nib out here if your nib gets spoiled. So I did some very classic way of trying to do something and I spoiled my nib. So you can just remove this and put the other one. Right, so you've done out here, and if you want to really create more drama, you want to ink this one, you can want to ink it up. No, you can leave it. I'm not going to do any of these. I'm going to just leave it simple. I'm again switching off my pen because it's a little broader to draw the inner line, and you can do it if you do with a very fine touch, but given the class, the focus to do that will not. Now that you've finished 3/4 of our tile, I will just show you. This is the swatch of the pattern, and I will show you the pre-tile which I have created, but that was in a different paper. So we were trying to create this in our class today now. The reason that most of the times when I do a tile, pre-tile, I don't show it, I show it towards the end, is the reason being is that once you know how your end result is going to look, you already, your anticipations, your surprise element is gone. So that's where what is Zentangle is, that to keep the surprise element, to know how does your result will look. So that's why towards the end I show you the. Sometimes I stick to what I've done on my pre-tile. Sometimes I change a little, slight change. Why did I start? Because it is a little comfortable, so I just started right in the. So there's no. Because I forget this, so I'm going back and doing these inner orbs out here. Otherwise, I noticed that I was going on forgetting it. So do you like the tile, the pattern? And Maria tells a nice trick. Because we are comfortable with this, we end up doing it fast. To bring in more focus, you can try doing it from the opposite direction, anti-clockwise. So that brings in more focus. That's what Maria says that. And which is actually true. of done. I'm just going to take a broader, so it makes it easy for nib pen, so that ebbs and inking move faster. Right, so you've done. Now what we're going to do is people ask, we can't draw a straight line. Now see, we did focus on the straight. Now we're going to do lines which is going to be curvy, not too curvy, not too straight. So if you feel that you cannot draw a straight line, it gives you a different finish. Right, so then I'm going to do again the same thing. They need not be in sync. I'm just going to do at random. And this is just at random. And they may not be. Let me take another. Just let me see if I can use. Yeah, I'm going to use a Posco pen because I can't find it handy in my Sakura. Let me see if this works. No, this ink is also gone. Just a minute. Yes. And then we're going back again to this pen and giving those little, you can see a little more white patches because you used the other one. So just going back and just giving a little finish of those. And if I come back here, I'm going to just, I find it, so I just blunt it up. I just blunt it up because I felt that was a little more sharp kind of a stuff. So I'm just going to go back and I'm just going to pull it up. Just going to go little and pull it up. I'm just going to pull it up a little, and then I'm going to put dots. That's it. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just trying to do this. Just going to go back and another one out here. So what makes you comfort? See the word comfort card, we picked it up and write that. I'm trying to tell you that just do what makes you more comfort. Right, so just I usually write the time I picked up. Sometimes when you have 2 pens, so always have the habit of writing when you with another marker on your pen, so that you know. So this is, I haven't done it, so I think this is not my new pen, because my new pen has a writing. I usually write the month, or so I don't think I can find it. I think I would have kept it in my other workplace. So this is not going to look really darkened up. So I'm going to just go back and try doing it, giving it. So I'm just going to go back. Doing this is just going back and giving those wherever I find a little patchy white. I'm not sure that's seen on the, you're able to see it. I'm not doing it completely because I know there are some places it has been patched. So I'm just going back and doing that. So this is such a simple pattern and a simple tile, and it still took us time to finish it. So I'm just going back and giving a little blunty look. I didn't want a sharp. Then go back and pull it up. You can do anything. So I'm just going to pull it up out here and put into some dots. Just giving some this white space. I'm just trying to give right now comes our main one. So we're going to do just here we're going to put graphite, right, and then we're going to do graphite out here. And here, and I'm going to do only one side and show the difference of shading. And if you really want to focus on your shading on your tile, how to bring in, you can come and message me I can tell you on one of my session we focus on shading, right? So that's one of my advanced classes. I'm just pulling a little with my stubs. You see a difference which is happening between this style and this style? So that's the swatch, that's the tile which I had done it for the pre-practice, and I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. So if you learn from a certified Zentangle teacher to, right? I'm also going to do another trick is that I'm just going to go a little out here, just on this edge, just on the edge part, just on this edge part. So I'm just going back again and just giving a quick. So can you see a difference between which happens between this pattern and this pattern? The same pattern. This is your before we shaded and this is after the shading. So can you see a difference with these two, right? So that's where the magic happens when you do this shading. And what I've done shading is very simple shading. So you can do a lot. That's what gets taught in my advanced Zentangle classes, right? So right from the paper, right from the pencil, so you get that kind of additional information. I don't have time to do it on my, so you need time, you need to show. So that's where the paid classes adds value. Right? So you're back. So now I'm going to go back and do this, because this brings another change to the right. Thanks, Michael. Right, and then what we do is we're just going to give a little, I can't do a double shading, I mean colors out here. I'm just going to do with the black itself. It's going to give a very, because this is in, so this I could bring in a multi-layered texture out here. Welcome, Betsy. But do share your tile. That's what gives me happiness. And I remember Rick telling, and in one of the blog, or I've seen it says, and or I've heard him saying that what you see in internet and what you learn in person from a certified Zentangle is huge. So here we go. If you want to bring in more, you can ink up the space or you can shade it up. I've just left it like this. So let's see the two bigger sisters and the smaller sister out here. Thanks, Betsy. So do this and remember this note that this session is completely owned by me. No use of this, further use of it commercial or for any teaching purpose. So this video sessions is completely owned, proprietorship is of mine. But do create, spread it to your friends, get them to join, let them join, create this tiles, and that's amazing. So what do you have to say about these two patterns? They are the same or they are different? Are they same or they're different? Your swatch, my tile, and thanks, Maya. Mary Delchwick. I'm sorry. Hola. I can think. Gracious. Jen. Thank you, Jen. So I'm just going to keep the swatch here. So I think that's a better view. You're getting it. So let me keep the swatch on that side. Welcome, Shioro. Gracias, Cristina Busa. Bună viață. Create a bellow tile and share. Cristina. So let's meet up next Tuesday and let's see. Do look at my post, like them and comment. And the recent one talks about doing the same thing again and again, but they look different. So this is done immediate, done, that's with a time gap I've shown to you. So just read the post and get inspired and keep creating tiles. Right? See you all next Tuesday. Ciao. Good night. And good morning for the people from the US and good afternoon for the people from the UK. I think that's, and good night for the people from, and a happy weekend. It's on my Insta feed. So if you go to my post, I posted just before the session, I posted a post about a pattern. I'm not sure whether I have that pattern. I think I have the tile right with me. One is framed and on my wall, so I won't have that tile. So this is on the style I have written it across. So I've written about this pattern, and so the one what I've shown on the thing is you'll have to go to my feed. You'll have to go to my feed and see it. So click on my, and you will get to see all my posts on my feed. It's like going to my profile. You'll have to go to my profile and see it. So the other third one, which is there on the photo, is actually framed on my wall, so which is not here. So that's back on the wall. So I have taken it down to just to share it with you all. And that's a simple frame what I used for from this. So I keep replacing out here, or when I have to gift it to someone, or someone has a need to buy something, immediate gift or purchase, so I give them on this frame. So this is a frame which is there with me, so I just put it in my tile and give it to them, so they can buy it. So this was fitted into it and taken the photo in it. So see you all. Have a happy week. See you next week.